It's the Respective Angle Show. It's a vibe, and we live. Starring AJ as a host for the. It's the Respective Angle Show. It's a vibe, and we live. Starring AJ as a host for the culture. We cultivate, innovate. They gon' try to imitate. Don't forget to educate yourself. It could lead to some wealth. The Respective Angle Show. Tell a friend, let them know. Whoa. Hey, come on, turn this shit up.
It's time for the Respective Angle Show with your hosts, AJ is Live and AJ.
Well, it is yours truly, AJ is Live of the Respective Angle Show, one of the hosts of the Respective Angle Mobile, and one of the hosts of the Respective Angle Show. Did I say that right? Hold on, let's do this again. This is yours truly, AJ is Live of the Respective Angle Mobile, and one half of the Respective Angle Show, alongside the lovely
AJ.
Well, it is great to be today. It's great to be here this weekend. Great to be here on this weekend. And I can't complain. What do you say, AJ?
I'm hanging in there. That's the best I can give you.
I mean, coming off of a very, very, very tough week for you. I understand why it's been a tough week for you, because I actually had to watch you endure. I just had to watch you endure.
Feels like I'm still going through.
The strength of a woman, man. And that's the perfect segue for tomorrow, because tomorrow is nonetheless Mother's Day. And I want to definitely extend a happy Mother's Day from the Respective Angle family all the way to you guys, all the mothers out there for sure.
And fathers that are mothers.
True.
You know, because we do have those kinds of,
So, round of applause for the fathers and the mothers out there who actually access both parents. Round of applause. So we got some things to talk about today,
Yeah.
And nonetheless, although you guys always know I'm the one that always takes the lead sometimes when it comes down to these streams, I decided I'm going to let AJ take over the helm today, and
he already took over, guys.
Let her do her thing. And so we got two stories today.
Yes. Our first story is about someone very famous, or someone that a lot of you guys might know, and we have been talking we haven't spoken about him yet, but a lot of people have been speaking about him. And what can I say? And his approach, I guess, to YouTube, and his death. So his name is Kevin Samuels, and he passed away at 57 years old. But before we get into that, we want to just discuss Mr. Samuels a little bit.
Okay, we could definitely do that. We can definitely discuss Mr. Samuels a little bit, and
So Mr. Samuels he used to be a stylist.
Image consultant, ma'am.
Image consultants. Q's AIM Wall.
Image consultant.
And
that's what he was.
He expanded on him being an image consultant, and then I guess he figured that he wanted to go into YouTube, a bigger platform that would, get him more followers and things of such. And so he decided to create a YouTube about, let's say, talking about men and women, right? And some of the things that he says about men and women, it's mostly geared to Black men and women, but mostly Black women and how we, our approach to dating black men or, things of such. So, what do you have to say about Mr. Samuels?
Well, we had this conversation earlier. Um, there's things that can be said about Mr. Samuels. There's things that I can say that I don't agree with a lot of things that he says.
Very true.
Understanding the perception of where he was coming from, I understand why he felt the need to do what he does. But it's always in your approach, how you do things and how you say things. You got to watch what you say to people and how you say it to people.
Absolutely.
I believe that there are different methods and there are different avenues in which you can convey your thoughts in a non-toxic way.
Yeah.
In a way where the general populace, and in the terms of females that he was speaking in practically to females. In the way of which he was speaking, I don't agree.
No.
I understand the certain sentiments that he actually had, that he showed towards the black society. Maybe it could be his perception and the way how he looked at things. A lot of people wouldn't understand.
I mean, because we all have our opinions, and I feel like people didn't take that into consideration due to the fact of that he said certain things that
Right.
kind of came off a little a-hole-ish.
I agree.
But again, we all have our opinions, and so that's what he based his show off of his opinion on black men and black women, and some of the things that he said wasn't. Again, that's like AJ said, I don't agree with some of the things he says. Like one thing he said was that black women are
After the age of 35. Go ahead.
right after the age of 35 that we are disposable.
No, he said after the age of 35, it's practically like you're a leftover. That's what he said. He said you're a leftover.
Forgive me.
That's exactly what he said. He said after the age of 35, females are leftovers. The same thing. I'm just saying, in that regard, with that regard, it I don't want to say this in a sort of way where it's supporting what he's saying. The same could be said about males too. After 35, I mean, from a male's perspective, just like females, males have goals that they are actually trying to work towards. By a certain age, I want to have this amount of kids. By a certain age, I want to accomplish this. I want to accomplish that. Arguably speaking, at 35 years old, you're looking at about 5 years to 40. There is some kind of validity. I'm not saying there's all 100% validity in what he's saying. In other words, how I can elaborate on what he was saying was after 35, think about it. Okay, I think about it in this way. You have your kid at 30. You have a child at 30, 40, 50. In the next 20 years, your child is 20 years old and you're 50 years old. So on and so forth. You start at 35, 45, 55, 45, 55, 65. The age just goes up. You see what I'm saying? Like,
it can be
like, what have you accomplished? That's the thing. Like, what have you accomplished?
Having a child, yes, is an accomplishment. Do not get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But and we had this discussion that for women, we have that because we have time clocks, and after 35, maybe the baby, it might be complications and such. So we rush for those things. However, you don't know what somebody has been going through. Sometimes it takes them a long time. Sometimes you may not have met the right person. Sometimes you you go off to college and you get a job and you become so career driven that you lose sight of, hey, maybe I wanted a child or a husband or a family. And sometimes people do want those things,
Right.
but certain things get in the way. So
True.
you can't always say, well, I get what you're saying. You said you agree with him part way.
Yeah, part way. I
So-
didn't say I wholeheartedly agree, because you have to take into consideration the things that you just mentioned, AJ.
Right.
Some people, they're very career driven to the point where sometimes it slips their mind, like the
Yeah, you get
initial
so caught
thought.
up.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
initial thought, their initial goal in the beginning was supposed to be this, but then yet still, here it comes. I'm here in
Mhm.
this position in life at this age in
Mhm.
life. So
Or trauma, you never
right.
know what trauma
There's things
might have
that can
happened.
right. So we can't factor out the things that can take place in someone's life at that age
Yeah.
to really determine or say, well, you're a waste of time.
But you know what?
What
And
I believe.
I've-
Okay, go
yeah,
ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
so sorry.
No, what I'm saying, what I believe the audience that he was speaking to was not more so the people that they were career driven. They were actually doing something with their lives. They were actually, being progressive in life. And then it dawned on them that, time is actually running here.
Mhm.
I believe that he was gearing that towards the type of people that, just sit down and lay around and don't do anything. And, that's just my opinion. That's my outlook on it, on, the rationale of the way how he was thinking. That's just what I ascertained from it. So that was just the part that I would say, well, I agree with.
Actually,
do something.
and so,
do something with yourself.
we had this discussion before where I know I had my kids young. Well, not kids, but I had my first son at 18.
Right.
And so, when I looked at some of the people that I might have not, well, probably went to school with, and you still have your Facebook friends, and
Right.
ladies, please don't kill me for what I'm about to say. And this was just my thoughts and my opinion. Don't do me like that. No, I you know what?
Young ladies probably might tell you.
Denied.
They probably might
Listen.
be like, after you say what you said.
No, they might agree with me because I asked one of my longtime school friends. Well, she was talking about having kids, and she was, well, I'm glad I don't have to do that, and I'm glad I don't have to do this. And
Wow.
so I said, so you don't want to have kids at all? And around that time, she said, no, because all she wants to do, she'd rather party and, be free. And forgive me for saying it, but I thought that was very selfish. I'm just saying that was selfish. So you thought about yourself and hanging out and going to parties, as opposed to, let's just say, you know what, and she had a boyfriend for a long time. They've been together for, I'm sure at this point, over 10 years. And so she knows that he wants to have a kid. She knows that he's good with kids, but in her selfish mind, she still wants to have it all for herself because she's the only child. And so for me, I felt like that was very selfish.
And how old was she at that time? Don't tell me 35, because she's 35. You just proved somebody's point.
Well, I let my age out. I don't know. I look good for mine. So I'm 33. She's 34 at this point. So that was probably a year or two ago.
So
but
would
she's pregnant now.
Oh, so wow.
So isn't that a shock?
Wow. So we can't say that she was a leftover.
No.
Because had she stayed in that state of mind,
yeah,
it would practically prove the point of what Kevin Samuels was saying.
Right.
You spend all your time being selfish, and there's certain ones that would actually do that. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I believe that the audience that he was speaking to, the ones that would sit down there and wouldn't even think about procreating, that, moving ahead in life, and just want to be stagnant in life. Sometimes you got to get that shock therapy to wake you up, and that's the thing. Like, I believe that his job and task was to wake Black America up.
Yeah.
What I think and my belief, it's my respective belief, respectfully, that's what I think. I believe that it takes someone to actually wake up a mass of people, because we always sit in the norm, and we're comfortable with the things and the cliches that people put towards us, and we actually be okay with that, and we're actually be like, you know what, all right, we're comfortable, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. But then it takes someone that's within our race to say things that would be thought-provoking, be like, well, oh, why would he say that?
Right. Right.
So
But
that's
they don't,
just
you know what it was? I think they jumped to, oh, it's wrong, and probably not really sitting down to think about something. Because that, when we first read it, we're like, wait a minute, we are leftovers. But then when you think about certain things or why.
absolutely not. That's why it's
But
called an
it's what
opinion.
we,
It's a
right.
right of what you believe.
But right, it's what we believe or what we feel, so we're gonna say what we feel. And I mean, that's what he did on his show, controversy or not. He made a show out of it, and regardless of how many people had a lot. What's the
That
percentage? 86
84% of his viewers
were
were
female.
females. And that's the part that it's like, huh, how is that even possible? 84% of your viewers are females. And then, yet, what I want to get to right now is, all right, this man passes away. Okay. Understood.
Which we are not sure of as of yet.
The cause of death?
Yes.
Um,
Or
there has been speculation. I mean, this is YouTube, this is Facebook, this is YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram right now. The whole world is just. Here's my take on this. For one man who everyone just says, "Yo, we are excited that," and that's the next thing. Like, we are in a time, and we're in a day and age. We're in a generation where people are really just messed up. Like, people are celebrating and stuff. Like, nah, people is really celebrating that this guy passed away. I never thought I'd seen the day. I never thought I would see the day when people publicly on social media and things like that. Like, I've seen so many different comments as it relates to this situation right here with Kevin Samuels, and they weren't looking pretty at all.
oh my,
Like, they
AJ,
weren't.
You have not clued me in on the comments.
Oh yeah, like. Phew.
Oh,
If you
my.
go on YouTube right now, I'm guaranteeing you there's like 500 people right now sitting down there rejoicing that this man passed away,
That's a little disrespectful.
which is like,
I mean,
who does that?
regardless of what someone says,
This
because
could have been your
we
family
all
member.
say stuff that might be out of the way. You're not perfect. So, we all say some a-hole things. And so when you pass, God forbid, are we supposed to rejoice for you? Because I don't get it. Like, regardless of what this man said, he's been on YouTube for, I'm not sure how long he's been on YouTube, but let's take away.
He's been there long enough to practically gain a 1.5 million
followers,
subscriber followership. Like,
for those who are following but don't like him, you're an a-hole too. Because that doesn't make any sense. Why are you following me if you don't like me? You just want to hear and listen to my content to
people like
bash me?
people, nowadays,
and that's
nowadays,
respectively.
nowadays,
Respectfully, sorry.
nowadays, I think like the daytime TV isn't enough on regular channels, on regular
No.
TV. So
A lot
you
of
know,
turn to
people
YouTube.
really turn to YouTube for drama and the same. It's just an elevated state of daytime TV, elevated state of drama that's
Yeah.
portrayed here, right here on the YouTube streets. You guys know what I'm talking about. All the subscribers, all the viewers that's practically going to be watching the replay. You know what I'm talking about, because you know this YouTube thing, some people take this very serious. They use this to promote their businesses and to promote their brand and to entertain people. Then some other people they take this thing for just like something totally different. So it is what it
This life. You
is.
got a war over it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing all.
So
This is why we didn't even want to have a show full of controversy.
Like geared towards
because
controversy. Like I don't have time for that.
We
I
don't.
work too hard. I don't have time for it.
Oh,
I
we got
work
time
too
to be
hard,
arguing
like-
with the people. No, honey.
Not here to be going back
here.
and forth with you or go back and forth with another vlogger or YouTuber.
And you know what? I find
no time
that
for that.
that's what a lot of no
pun intended to anyone who's actually involved in that right now. But go
who
ahead.
says who's is it Miss Furlow?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I believe she said that on one of our shows that we did previously. She
Mhm.
said that people like the drama.
That was Miss Clarissa Pearson.
Excuse me.
Yes.
So people like drama, and if people are not listening to drama, then they don't want to pay attention
At all.
to what you have going on.
Nope.
And so again, if that's what you're looking for on the Respective Angle show, bye-bye.
Wait. Why you did that now? Why did you do that now?
I'm
You should have
sorry.
waited.
Sorry.
If you are looking to do that on the Respective Angle show, here's what's gonna happen. You're going to be
Denied.
Yes.
And then we're gonna say
Nope.
all that. So that's just what it is. Like,
Yeah, 'cause we
we ain't with it
are
over
not
here.
a part of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
We are here to bring the news,
We're here to uplift, entertain, keep aware,
listen to the
and
song.
definitely. I mean, if it's in the theme song. It's the
right.
Respective Angle show. It's a vibe. You're here to vibe. And
That's
we're
it.
live here with you, with the host. AJ is live, and AJ, for the culture.
That's right. We only here for the people.
Yes, for the culture. We're here for the
not
culture.
drama.
So be
if
sure
you're here
to
bring the drama.
Yeah, we ain't
You
with it.
will
We got time for that.
be.
Denied.
And then after that, you're gonna hear somebody just say,
Nope.
That's it.
That's what it is. And that's just
Alrighty.
what it is at the Respective Angle show. So be sure to like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend that the Respective Angle show is here to uplift, empower, keep aware, entertain, educate, and so much more. Got more
Absolutely.
to do here on the Respective Angle show. This is a building stage, and we're going to continue to keep on building here at the Respective Angle Mobile and the Respective Angle show. The Respective Angle Mobile will soon be the flagship platform. We're going to be doing away with the Respective Angle show very soon. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing something totally different with that channel. So be sure to keep yourselves over here on the Respective Angle Mobile. This is where you'll be getting all the videos, all the content, all the live streams, and be sure to definitely to log on to the respectiveangleshow.com. I appreciate all of the people that has been pouring in their ideas and their comments and been badgering my inbox on their ideas. I appreciate it 100%.
Wait a minute. Now we have ideas?
Yep. Show ideas and
Well,
stuff
that's
like
a
that.
good thing.
So I appreciate that 100%. I appreciate it.
Well, we
you
gotta.
know.
I gotta take a good look at this
Mhm.
because we want to give the people what they want,
That's true.
and so what you want to hear is what we want to give you. And so whatever it is that you would like for us to talk about, please continue to just download us with information. We are here to listen, and we are here to report the news.
And as well as you are aware that every Saturday at 6 p.m., we're going to be live with Prophet Desaka. We
I'm
have
gonna
his
say every Saturday because Mr.
no
Prophet is not
Desaka.
here.
We already actually spoke about that, and I believe that we hinted it last week. On it last week that there's going to be the Washington the White House prayer in Washington that he's going to be attending. So I already knew that he wasn't going to be here today. So he gets a pass on today. He gets a pass for today.
Right, Prophet.
And last week, last Saturday, he ended up in places that he knew he wasn't supposed to be in. Although he called me earlier and reminded me about the show, which you were a witness to.
Absolutely.
You've seen that for yourself. So, he called me early in the day at 11 o'clock. What time are we going to be on the show? I said at 6 p.m. Prophet. But things happened. Things happened. God moved on that day in which he couldn't find his way over here. But moving forward, we got somebody else on the lineup right now. Who is it? Come on, AJ, with it. Come on, AJ, with it. Come on, AJ, with it.
A lot of people are speaking upon Mr. Samuels and his passing, but no one has really brought to surface the Ryan Chandler story.
You see, that's the thing. Like, I don't understand why one overshadows the other.
I don't understand it, but and his is a little bit more.
All right, so
we would want to say, I just want to give you that, because that's a little. Oh my god! Like, wow.
I'm saying
you pick someone up off of the side of a hitchhiker, and you don't know what you're getting yourself into. You pick someone up off the side of the road thinking that you are being a good citizen.
Mm-hmm.
You get into an argument with this person maybe along the route, and this person just pulls out a gun and shoots you in there.
Just like that. Just like that.
People, did you hear what I said? The man picked up
a hitchhiker.
Now see.
So let me read this quick fast.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure people are going to ask, what was Ryan Chandler's cause of death? Well, on Thursday, May 5th, 2022, a hitchhiker killed Ryan Chandler at the Connecting Center, a bit replaced on the state of affairs. As an outcome, the Air posted on Facebook that Ryan Chandler had died, pronouncing, "It is with great gratitude that I announce the dying of Ryan Chandler, the presenter and founder of Let's Clear the Air. Please keep his parents and family in your prayers. Follow us for more updates." So, So they say that he's one of the alum's absolute best buddies and the adoring kid of his parents who left this planet at this sort of young age. Okay, according to reports, Chandler drove down the street where he allegedly picked up a hitchhiker. There appeared to have been an altercation, after which the hitchhiker pulled out a revolver and shot him in the head, killing him in his car. Now, some reports said that they stepped out the car and then they had words outside the car, and that's what took place. That the hitchhiker pulled out a weapon, a revolver, and shot him straight in the dome, straight in the skull. Ouch. Which is just so sad. It's just sad.
And so, how could that story have been passed, or how can that be more? Well, again, no one's passing is more important than the other. The fact that both of them have passed and that they're not here is sad. But this one just takes a little bit more of the cake because, oh my, like, he's a pastor.
That's correct.
A pastor of a church. And it's the God in you. Thanks, Mary.
Lord Jesus Christ.
The God filled you that said, let me pick up this person that was on the side of the road. Now, the devil could have said, I'm gonna leave you there. But the Jesus done said, let me pick you up.
Mm-hmm.
And now here you come to pick something with me, or we have a little squabble over something. Now it doesn't warrant you to pull out a gun and shoot me now. Lord.
No, it's the devil that
just-
said. It's the God in him that said it. Is the discernment in him that said, leave this guy on the streets. Okay? It's called a spirit of discernment. I ain't knocking nobody, but you have to be careful who you are picking up. No, let's scratch that. If you don't know that person, don't pick them up. That's it. Just don't pick them up. You pick them up for why are you picking up a stranger in this generation that we live in here? The times that we live in here, especially, well, I can't say because he don't live in New York. But what I'm saying is the crime rate across the country is ridiculous.
Yes.
You know,
it has been, it's only not because we just live here that there's been crime everywhere, and it's on the rise. And so, like,
I mean, the other day I was in Atlanta and my citizens app was just going off crazy. I was like, what's going on over here? This is craziness. I'm gonna have to just hold on to my weapon a little bit closer because I don't know what's going on. CCW license. So at the end of the day, that's just
it's sad that you feel like you would have to walk around with something in order to feel safe.
That's just
But
what
this
went
is
on.
what we're living in right now. Like, oh my.
These are the times that we're living in. And I'm not bashing anyone, you know, for having, if it was called him having a heart and him having a heart of compassion at the time, to where he felt the need that this person was in need at the time, and he found it, you know, all jokes aside, he looked in the goodness of his heart and actually, you know, extended out help to that person.
I mean, that's
because they were stranded in the streets. They were stranded in the street at that time.
That's the nature of a person who might see someone that's on the side of a road and don't, you know, they might look like.
But you imagine though,
and he's a man of God, so he obviously might feel like, okay, I'm going to help this person.
Right. But you imagine how many people done passed this guy already and practically just looked at him like, I don't know. They say it's not good to judge a book by its cover, but sometimes it's good to judge a book by its cover because
you never know.
You never know.
They literally dodged the bullet.
Everybody that passed him that day, because we don't know what's in the mind of this individual. Absolutely. What was in the mind of that individual at the time when he was hitchhiking. Right. We don't know if he was walking the streets, and at that time, the morning that he woke up with the intent that he said to himself, I'm going to kill somebody this day today.
You know, they always say that people don't wake up like that, but yeah, some people do, because
something had to have tripped this person off, because at the end of the day, I can't see Ryan Chandler knowing this person. For you to get into an altercation of a magnitude of that magnitude, sometimes you would know the person and it'd be a heated exchange, and then it could get to that situation. But this was a total hitchhiker, and he knew nothing about. And you know, he has been known to be someone that has a hot mouth. Ryan Chandler, he is known to be an individual with a hot mouth, but you know, it's a sad situation. It really is a sad situation. It is. That's just what I can say. It's a sad situation.
And that's the sad part. Again, people, excuse me, I'm not picking my nose. I'm trying to move my nose right. People, you know, I find people are killing nowadays for just anything.
Like it's a sport.
Yeah, like when I heard one of my neighbors, this was a couple of years ago. This not couple, because a couple is two. So let's say about 10 years now, maybe. I had a neighbor that I used to live in my building with, and when he told us that a guy in the Bronx shot another guy for a quarter. Did you hear what I said?
A quarter though?
Around
25 cents.
silver coin. I said this world is getting too silly for me. And this was back in the day. So, I didn't realize that these are the things that's happening. It just feels like if you spill a little cup of water or a cup of juice or something on somebody,
You stepped on my sneakers. It's
you
over.
stepped on the sneakers, you might get shot. You talk a little wrong, you might get shot.
Like,
you
you just
look
said-
at somebody wrong,
What you just
you
said,
might
bro?
get shot.
Like what you just said? You just said something funny? Pow! That's it. Like, nah.
It's crazy. And you see, I don't really, it's sad to say because I am doing a show for people, and I don't get me wrong. I know I say a lot of times like, oh, I can't deal with the people. I stay to myself because of certain things. You never know what you can say. You never know whose skin you can rub the wrong way. I like my bubble.
Right.
My
True,
bubble is
true.
me, my husband, and my kids. That's it. Got 1-2 friends on the outside you may be able to trust. We'll take that. But I can't mix up because you never know who you're meeting nowadays. Like people are just so they can show you one thing and they can be totally different on the inside. And then you'll get the person on the inside that you don't want, and it's all over. I don't want to meet up with things like that. That right there, if I see somebody on the side of the road and I see that you need help,
I'll give you $1 too.
Sorry.
I'll put my window down, like even for the people that be panhandling and stuff.
ugh,
I'm not saying that you judge a book by its cover and be one to be nervous and say, well, no, I'm not putting it on my window. I actually put my window a little bit down and I put the money down, through the window because I don't know who you might be. I don't know if you panhandling. You're portraying
could
as
be
you're
coming to
panhandling,
steal the car.
and next thing you just open up my door and all, and I might have to just deal with you accordingly. And I ain't trying to go through all of that. That's too much. It's too much for the day. It's too much, man. I have to go through police reports and
Now,
witness reports. And I ain't got time for that.
when I heard about the 2 stories, I said, well, okay, I heard the first one. I said, well, what's, AJ said that, another YouTuber died that same day and nobody's really
I mean,
talking
people
about
did
him as
did
much.
talk about it. Like I don't want to mention any YouTubers.
No, that's as much.
But there
But,
were a couple of YouTubers that they did touch on the subject, but they didn't really perpetuate, or there was no continuity of conversation as it relates to Ryan Chandler, like the way how it is with Kevin Samuels. Like everybody and their mama and their grandmama right now is all over Kevin Samuels for a guy who a lot of people did not like. I find he is really the hot topic right now. Like he is the topic of conversation. Like
because he had a lot to say.
I believe people on the low actually like this person. That's what I think. I believe that they supported him. He had 1.5 million followers. He was making money off of what he was doing and saying, and people were actually supporting it at the end of the day. And that's the reality of the situation.
Over the
people
last month,
were supporting this man. That's just what it is.
1,700 followers sending him $5, $10, $20.
Okay,
this is on a monthly basis.
So say what you want to say. This is just my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion. You can say what you want to say, but I'm saying it right here on the Respective Angle Mobile.
Some of y'all like
Some of y'all can say what y'all want to say out in the public, but deep down in your thoughts, in your mind, y'all agree with half the things that he was saying.
Yeah.
I think so. Because I don't understand there's a man that people don't like so much and they feel as if he's saying so much wrong things to black women. But yet still, I don't see any cancel culture going after him. I didn't hear of it. I didn't hear about the mute culture or whoever wanted to come out and silence him. But I didn't hear those kind of crowds coming for him. If I'm to be corrected, I stand to be corrected. But at the end of the day, he had 1.5 million followers, and he was actually gaining funds off what he was doing and saying. So I find it highly, highly strange. That's for
That-
someone that, that people
is
don't
very
like. He made a very, very hefty living off of what he was saying. And people were actually supporting it. So
Yeah.
as I said, you can say what you want to say, but that's just my respectful opinion on the whole entire matter. I could celebrate today, but y'all gonna be crying tomorrow. Stop it. Stop lying. Stop lying.
Ouch.
Please. Watch y'all celebrating. It could have been your mother. It could have been your father. It could have been your brother. It could have been your sister. It could have been anybody in your family instead of Kevin Samuels. So let's just take that into perspective before you sit down there and be rejoiceful over another human being passing away.
Because of his opinions?
Because of his opinions. Let's be respectful to the dead. Let's just be some really respectful human beings and respect someone who's lived a life and passed away. You don't even know where he's gonna reach. You don't know where his destination is. You don't know where his final destination. It could be right next to God. He had a work that he had to do and he did it. And God said, you know what?
It's time.
Time to go. And that's just what it is. Opinions right now to that person, it doesn't even take relevance right now in that person's situation because they're not here anymore to even hear what you got to say.
True.
They ain't here to hear you talk nonsense and say, well, I didn't like you and I didn't like what you said. They said what they had to say. They checked out and they're on their way to where they're supposed to be.
You gotta say what you gotta say to people.
That's the reality of it. Huh?
So you gotta say what you gotta say to the people while they're here.
Yeah, you know, if you feel some kind of way after the fact, you want to say it after I'm gone and say, well, I didn't like this. That's your business.
I don't care. What am I doing? I can't help. Can't do nothing about it. You just gonna have to feel how you feel. I'm sure that's what Mr. Samuels is probably just.
Well, he did. He said he did and said his
he spoke his piece.
Yeah, of course.
He's telling his truth.
He was comfortable with that.
And he doesn't care what
he was very comfortable with that.
Or thinks.
For sure.
He said what he wanted to say, which, listen, again, for anybody who has a YouTube, it doesn't even have to be YouTube. It's just life, period. We all just say what we want to say, whether it's public or amongst, or not public. But we all have an opinion. And so why be criticized for it? He just spoke his opinion on social media.
True.
And some of the things that he said,
it wasn't agreeable with many people.
Yeah.
That's just what it was. It just wasn't agreeable with many people. And people have their own ways of thinking, their perception of thinking, their perception on different things. Which is fine. You have the right to think how you want to think.
Absolutely.
This is the free world. Slavery is not around anymore. Slavery's been abolished a long time ago. The only place that people can tell you what to do is the institution of penitentiary, where they tell you when to take a shower, when to wake up, when to sleep, when to do this, when to go eat, when to all that. But thinking freely and saying what you feel and how you perceive things, it's a God-given right. It's a right that anyone is afforded that has a life and has a mouth and that has sense enough to say what they see.
Right.
And I can't say that some of the things that he was saying were incorrect. Us as Black people, we need to wake up and actually smell the beans and smell the coffee and actually get up and do things. So that way people like Kevin Samuels wouldn't have anything to say negative towards Black people. He'll be able to say something, or the person will be able to say something else about someone else of a different race. But until us as a race, start to actually come together and do something in a positive way, this will always be, and there will be another Kevin Samuels.
Absolutely.
There will be another Kevin Samuels. There will be another, as I said, there'll be another Kevin Samuels.
I'm not a Kevin Samuels, because there's a lot of opinions that I can talk
There's
about.
a lot of people, and there's a lot of men and women that thinks the way that Kevin Samuel does.
Absolutely.
And those were his actual supporters. So as I said, there would be another. There are many Kevin Samuels around in this world that we don't know about because they didn't have the balls like Kevin Samuels to step up on a platform
or they
and
may not
say
have the biggest platform so that we don't know it. But they're out there.
And I'm not, and I am in no way agreeing with anything that he's saying. All I'm saying is that people has a right to their opinions, and you as the viewer have a right to what you're watching. If you know that this person is filled with negativity, then don't watch it. It's just that simple.
Amen.
Keep it moving. There's so many other YouTubers, there's so many other streams, there's so many other shows that you could watch other than watching something that you believe to yourself is toxic to you.
Right.
There's nothing else you can do but switch the channel or look for something
What
else
was he
to
the only
watch.
person to watch? The only thing to watch?
I'm saying the way how they make this person up as if he was the only YouTuber or the most infamous YouTuber on YouTube and the only YouTuber ever created, to do a YouTube show. It's amazing the emotions of people and the reactions of people and how they react to someone when they're gone is ridiculous. It's crazy. That's
very sad.
It's crazy.
Very, very sad.
No matter what someone says or does, I don't think that people rejoicing right now should be the greatest thing. I mean, think about the man's family and how they have to endure that, hearing that and knowing that.
There's going to be a lot of backlash, and there's going to be a lot of things
You
that's
know.
going to be said.
Mm.
And his family, because he was in the spotlight and because of the things that he said, they will have to endure that because of the thing. There's people out there that just don't have lids, so they're just going to say what they want to say.
It's true.
Family
And
or
no
not.
filters. No filters. Just
But we would still hope that in this time that you guys wouldn't key and
I mean, I was watching we were watching YouTube before a video before we came on live. What did the lady say? I'm not even, as I said, I don't like mentioning YouTubers' names on my channel because I ain't got time for the controversy. But whoever sees this, if they know and they heard what that person said and they want to go back and tell the person, I really don't care. It's just my opinion. It's my opinion, not theirs.
Right.
It belongs to only me and only me. That's just what it is.
You speak.
And my opinion and my reaction on what was said, if my memory actually serves me very good, she said that who wants someone like that in this world?
Oh.
I'm like, okay, that's what but everyone has their own purpose and has their own people that they have a relationship with. There's a purpose for everyone's life in this world.
Who wants someone like that?
Yeah, in this world.
Wow.
And he was a horrible human being. And so
because she knew him personally.
I'm saying that's what I wanted to actually touch on. I could have, with all these people that's actually reacting and is actually rejoicing that this guy has passed away. I want to know, my question is, did that person affect you personally? Did you have a personal relationship with that person to say that you didn't like that person? Hate is a very strong word. Hate means that took a long time for you to develop that feeling for that person, which means that you would know that person well enough to hate that person. You only know the internet person. The internet is only one aspect of someone's life.
Absolutely.
It's not the 100% full round circle of their life that they're living. That's just one portion of their life. That's an avenue or an availability for them to be able to speak out because it's called social media. Social media, it's like being friends and being next to each other as friends. We're being sociable. We're socializing.
Right.
Socializing means coming together in a group or a meeting or in a setting like that, and being able to speak your mind and say what it is that you have to say, what's on your mind.
Right.
So that's just that person that you're seeing. You're not seeing the person that's either the father, the mother, the brother, the sister. You don't know that person. The only people that would know that side of that person would be the immediate family and the people that they allow into their circle.
Right. And
but
I believe that he only started to create that type of platform because he felt like it was going to bring him more followers.
Right.
So he felt like, okay, let's see what I can talk about. If I can talk about men and women and what they do with their life or how they hook up with each other, then maybe that'll go. And it sure did
because it was
because
an untapped market. No one was speaking
right.
about these things that he was actually bringing up as topics.
And
And
I
I believe a
actually
lot of
wanted
people
to
didn't
speak
like him
about
because of
some
that.
of those things. I remember me and you, we had discussed about
hmm
some topics that we wanted to discuss, and we didn't know if it was right
Yeah, if
to
it was
put
feasible for
on the
YouTube,
show,
right?
right?
True.
Because
It's controversial.
right, those are the things
It's
exactly
controversial.
what Mr. Samuels is getting. Those are the type of things that we would probably be getting back as well. And we don't want that kind of feedback. Not to say that negative feedback is something that negative,
It's called constructive
positive.
criticism, but that
Right. It's
doesn't mean
called
that I have to.
constructive.
It doesn't mean that I have to accept what you're telling me. I
Absolutely.
can say, well,
Like,
okay, I see what you're saying. I see how you feel,
yeah,
but that's not my
that's not my
perspective per
standpoint.
se.
Right.
So
That's never a problem to say how you feel or whatever the case may be. I just felt like certain topics might have been off limits when it came down to the show.
yeah, that's true.
And
That's absolutely correct.
actually, to be honest with you, talking about black men and black women was one of the topics that I actually wanted to talk about
Mm-hmm.
because we can do better, but I'm not going to touch that.
Here's my thing. Here's my thought on this, and I'm gonna leave off with that. You can continue. My thought on that is, not everybody likes to hear truth.
And that's what Mr. Samuels.
Certain things that is true, not everyone likes to hear,
Right.
especially when it has everything to do with them.
Absolutely.
You know, there's a saying that says, "If the shoe fits, wear it.
Lace them itches up.
Lace them things up and wear it."
Wear it.
So obviously the shoe was fitting on a lot of people because they was wearing them shoes, but at the same time, them shoes was real tight. They was giving the corns, you know what I'm saying? And you know, the shoes that was given to wear was just really just like it's constricted because you're tightening me up right now. And that's just what it is. It's a tighten up. It's time to tighten us up and get us on the road to success. How long is black people gonna sit down there in the same
dose of reality?
Like, come on.
Like that.
But as I said, I there's certain things that he said that's true pertaining to men and women.
Yeah.
And then there's things that he said that he geared towards females that I didn't respect. I didn't respect it at all.
Yeah,
but
when he talked about the money,
that was his
thing and
opinion.
how we are
Nonetheless.
too career driven. I'm guessing to deal with our men.
And then even the part where he said that when men cheat on women, that women are supposed to accept that for what it is. Like, okay, just take that and keep it moving and don't complain about it. I don't know. I don't know.
Will cheat, so you have to accept.
You got to eat that.
cheating,
I'm not agreeing with that.
Faithful to the cheating man.
You can't cheat as the female when the male cheats.
I have no idea what you're speaking on.
I can't agree.
So yes, again, there's things that he might have said that you say, you know what, maybe I scratch my head and think twice about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other things where it's just like, we can throw that away because
eat the meat, spit out the bone.
We don't
straight
need
up
certain things. You know, we don't want to hear certain, and it's not about wanting to hear it. It's just, you know, sometimes when you get to some things are ignorant, and then some things are facts.
True.
And
that
so
is true.
Some things that people say might just be straight ignorance, and so. You know, I don't want to listen. I'm not here for ignorance. So I don't listen to that. I actually regurgitate on ignorance and BS. So I don't like it. I don't know about you, but I can't stand it.
You're supposed to know me better than that. You know, I'm allergic to the nonsense. Like I got Claritin right here.
Yeah. Yes. For anybody.
I got Claritin right here. I'm not going to show you the what you call it, the logo, because you know that's copyright infringement. So I'm not even going to do that. But I got the Claritin right here. It just lets you know that I am allergic to the nonsense. on the Respective Angle Mobile and in life, period.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have to put that in there.
Yes. And in life, period, because we don't have time for the mess. But, again, some of the, like AJ said, and we don't want to keep being repetitive.
No, absolutely not.
As far as today's show, we came to you and we spoke about Kevin Samuels.
Respectfully,
we are not too sure of how good of a guy he was. We never knew him, and half of you out there didn't know him like that either. So, there's a lot to be said about him. He did come on and he did cause up a lot of controversy in the YouTube world.
mm-hmm.
And he said a lot of things. You take it for what it is or you don't. But all of this, rejoicing because he passed away. For those who are doing that, you're horrible. And think about it being your own family members. You wouldn't want anybody else to rejoice. Had it been your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your aunt, or your
I got
uncle.
this brewing for them. I got this brewing. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. This is what you deserve for this. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Go on.
Finish. This
And you just don't do those type of things. It's not cool, and we shouldn't be rejoicing for a death because we're not rejoicing for Ryan Chandler and him picking up a hitchhiker. We can't, we don't know who Ryan Chandler was either. He could have been a pastor, yes, but we don't know what kind of pastor. We don't know what he did in his personal life. And so,
And this is what you get for that when you think like that.
Ouch.
You get the
bombed.
You get the bomb. You get the bomb for that. You ain't no good, man.
And so, yes, and we also came to speak about another YouTuber that
Shortly,
a lot
briefly,
of people have not shed too much light on, but they have spoken upon.
Sad.
Ryan Chandler and his passing as well on the same day of Kevin Samuels. And his story for me, it's a little different because, hitchhiking and picking up someone that was so innocent and you lost your life
Very sad.
So suddenly over nonsense. And so if there's anything else that you would love to add, AJ?
No, I told you today was really your anchor day today. Today was your day to anchor. And you did a very awesome job. I would actually say you did a very awesome job. Let's give her a round of applause for that. For sure.
Yes, guys, I had to make it up because last time I was horrible.
Well, see, they didn't see that because I didn't post that. So,
oh, great.
Now that you put that there, last week's mishap and last week's missing video was due to, in part, well, fully 100% AJ.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll take it, guys.
Yep, it was definitely due to AJ and her
I'll take it, guys. I'll take it.
Her tiredness.
Listen,
I'm always preppy. I'm ready to go.
tired-
I'm always ready to do this show. I would actually do this 5 days a week. That's what I would do.
Guys,
I'd do it 5 days a week had I had the time to do it, but I actually don't have the time that's available to me to do it. So, we're gonna have to actually do the Saturdays for right now, and then as we
My
continue
job is very
each week,
demanding.
as you guys can see, we did invest in the equipment and the lighting and stuff like that. It makes no sense that we make these investments and don't actually move forward with the investments. Might as well just use it.
We are trying. Don't get me wrong.
Like expensive pieces of equipment here.
It was my faux pas. I was tired.
For sure.
Okay, my job is strenuous. Boo, AJ, boo. My job is very strenuous.
Yeah, okay.
And it takes a lot. And I have 2 kids.
Yes.
Plus a whole husband.
And this is what I told her yesterday.
You suck.
No, that was last week. I said,
you suck.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
It's okay. I am.
Then when she was trying to get something that night, I was like,
Denied.
Then I told her when I turned around.
Nope.
Dang, that sucked. Hurt, didn't it? Yeah,
No, it didn't because I went to sleep. I don't know what he was talking about.
it hurt, didn't it?
No.
Ah!
Anywho.
I can't. We about to end this show just now.
We but we will try to be more consistent, and
Surely.
he has to do these shows a little earlier. Can't be doing it at 10, 11 o'clock when he know my eyeballs is ready to go.
I'm just
That's
saying,
it.
though. It is
So
what it
it's
is.
a good thing that we did this at this time. And I was
Yeah,
actually
because we were
up today.
supposed to be doing an impromptu conversation last week. So I don't give you the right act too much, because there was supposed to be someone else that was supposed to be there as well. So it's not just you, it was actually you and another person, which is Prophetess Saka,
Right.
who definitely called me at 5:45 and told me that I'm in the city. And I was like, you serious? All right, I guess so. And that's how everything went. So, thank God for that. Thank God for moving in the way I
Listen,
used to move.
right. God moved in his own mysterious way, and that's just how it went last week. But we are here this week, and
Well, we were here because we're about to be out of here.
well, we were here this week, and we enjoyed everybody, and we hope you guys enjoyed our little discussion that we had today.
Word.
Bringing these two stories.
It was absolutely fun.
And I had a good time.
Be sure for all the subscribers that are subscribed to the Respective Angle Mobile who aren't active right now, I would like for you guys to hit that notification bell. It's very important that you hit the notification bell that lets you guys know when we are live. It is very, very vital that you do that, because it makes no sense that you subscribe to us and you don't know where we're coming on.
Right.
We are going to, this is the reason why I direct you to the respectiveangleshow.com, because with that now I'm actually editing. I'm actually working with the editors of the website to do the live stream that's going to be coming from, that's going to be going straight to the website. So, there are going to be different exclusives that you're not going to see on YouTube, but you will see on the website. And coming soon is going to be a paid website. So, yeah, if I were you, I'll utilize the freeness of that website right now, because very soon it's going to be a membership website and you got to pay to get in. It is what it is. We invested a lot into the show, so it's good that you show some support. We got to get that. We got to get that cash back. It's thousands of dollars worth of equipment here. You should know Samsung ain't cheap. You're supposed to know this brand here ain't cheap, son. So I'm just saying. So that's what we're going. That's what we're geared towards here at the Respective Angle Show. We are excited to be here. We're excited to be with you on this hour here that we've been here, but we have to get up out of here and get to other things. So it's been a pleasure, guys.
Yes, it
Be
has.
sure again to log on to www.therespectiveangleshow.com and explore around. Hit us up, give us a little ideas, let us know how we're
Feedback.
doing, give us feedback, and so on and so forth. Make sure and like, subscribe. Hit me with subscribe. Subscribe.
Subscribe. You're right. Subscribe.
Yeah. So like, subscribe, share. So I practically put subscribe and share together and made it one word. So subscribe.
That's right.
Subscribe. That's gonna
Hey.
be the new thing on the Respective Angle Show. Subscribe and share,
That's right.
and hit that like button, and let your friends know that the young couple is here.
We're trying.
We here. The young couple is here.
Share.
We're here to listen to you.
share.
We're here to encourage you. We're here to empower you. We're here to give you an attitude adjustment from time to time.
Right.
We're here to tell you about yourselves. Nah, we
We
ain't
want
here
to
to tell you
have
about
some
yourself.
of you on sometimes. We want
Yeah.
to have discussions with the viewers. So come on, viewers.
And I know Miss
Let's
Furlough,
go.
I'm gonna shout you out right now because he's somewhere gonna be up in my comments in the next couple days or the next day or so. And Miss Clarissa, we know you're gonna be there, and I know you are like on the other side of the hemisphere, I think. And our time doesn't really correlate with your time, and your time is not our time, so I understand. But I do appreciate her 100% because she always catches us back on the replay, on the playback, and she always makes sure that she leaves a nice comment there and a very encouraging very encouraging words that gives us the notion to keep moving on the Respective Angle Show.
Thank you
It's
to
all about
both of you
support.
ladies. Thank you
It's
so
all about
much.
support.
We
And I appreciate the
you
support.
guys.
Definitely Daryl Moore. Let me see a transcript, who's forever always just showing just genuine support for what we do here at the Respective Angle Show. And as I said, our prerogative is to empower, uplift, educate, entertain, keep aware, and keep it moving. And keep it moving in life. So guys, we have been so delighted to be on tonight and having this discussion with you. And until next time, be blessed. Don't stress yourself. Don't stress yourselves. And make sure this coming week that you're going into, make sure that you put God first in everything that you do.
Amen.
Make sure that's a mantra in your everyday life. Make sure that your relationship with God is always sure. Even when we talk about Kevin Samuels, we don't know what his relationship with God was at the end of the day. It could have been that he already gave his life to the Lord and committed his life to the Lord and committed his work to the Lord. And, God decided to call him home. And that's just what it was. So until next time, guys, it's been a pleasure. I am your boy, AJ is Live, with the Respective Angle Show and the Respective Angle Mobile alongside the lovely
AJ.
And until next time, guys, be blessed.
Yes.
It's the Respective Angle Show.
It's time for the Respective Angle Show
Respective
with
Angle
your
Show, yo.
hosts,
Let's get
AJ
out of
is
here.
Live
Have a
and
good night,
AJ.
folks.